Owerri. It is Straight Talk.
Straight Talk.
Straight Talk.
On Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Shall I begin? I am your host. I am your anchorman. I am the presiding bishop of this ministry, and I am awesome. My name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Marshal, the Buruburu One on radio, the Okenze on radio, your big brother on radio. I am the main event, and I am here.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Are you ready?
Good morning and welcome to Straight Talk live on Echo FM 100.7. How you doing this morning? It is the midweek edition of the People's Program. Straight Talk it is, no bending corners. And today we are definitely going to go straight into what has become a very ugly trend in Nigeria, in Imo State in particular. Yes. The Igbo man is known for his doggedness, his industriousness, and of course, his never say die attitude. An Igbo man is never known to be a lazy man. But right now, we are beginning to see a trend that no Igbo man wants to see, because we are seeing a lot of people in Owerri and its environs turning into beggars this morning. So street begging is becoming a worrisome, very, very serious worrisome activity in Owerri and its environs, Imo State in general. Everywhere, motorbikes, the church, every corner, you now have beggars coming out. And these are not aboki kind of beggars. I'm talking about real Igbo men and women. I mean, able-bodied Igbo men and women, and that is becoming worrisome. While growing up, we were always basking the euphoria that an Igbo man never begs because they see it as a demeaning act. Why is this becoming a thing in Igbo land, in Imo State? And of course, why do we continuously live in the shadow of this thing without doing anything about it? So today we want to raise the consciousness of the people towards this ugly trend. This morning, on my way coming to work, a very funny incident occurred. One young boy who is supposed to be in school now came there, brother, I beg. When the guy was alighting from his the bus, we were coming to work. I was sitting in the front seat, and the guy was coming down. This guy was begging profusely, shouting. And the next thing, this young man looked at him and looked at and said, "See, you got to look person face. You see this face? I'm not smiling this morning." When I then turned around and I looked in the bus, the other passengers were there. Everybody had a stony face in the morning. I was like, what the hell is going on? And then I just look at the man. I asked him, guy, what did they make you know this smile, man? The guy was like, he looked at me with a very stony face and looked at me and said, you this man. And then he just walked away. I was like, what the hell? And imagine a Nigerian just waking up early morning and he's just very angry. almost everybody is angry. The anger in the land is beginning to get worrisome. And now, to add injury to that, we don't have to deal with our conscience, either to give alms to people who are begging for survival. So many factors are responsible for this. But the most dangerous amongst these is the street beggars, who are actually not beggars but criminals disguised as beggars, which has become a very big problem in Imo State right now. People live in uncompleted building in the name of begging, always surveying the whole place, and then they come with their nefarious activities in the night. They come, they rob, they rape, they do whatever it is they want to do and go to the next location. And that has become their lifestyle. People are now getting child syndicate for begging in Imo State, and these were things that we were not seeing. Street begging as a syndicate. This is to be an Almajiri thing in the north, but it's becoming a big issue here because the rise of children and begging, if you go to various streets, you see them now line up on the road, sitting so pathetic that if you pass and they stretch their hands, if you don't give them something, your conscience will prick you for the rest of the day. It happens to me, so I know what I'm talking about. And I know that you agree with me that when you give them, you have this sense of satisfaction, but only for you to come and realize that you're not actually helping the young person in the street begging, you're helping the person who put him in the street there to go and beg. A child who's supposed to be in school is busy being used by syndicates that make them to have money to bring returns. And then they give them a simple percentage. Why? If you need begging money, why not go to the street? Why suffer a little boy or a little girl or some widowed women? Some of them are not widows. They travel from far away, come here, beg, and enter motor and go back. I had an incident with one that came from Enugu State. He had two beautiful boys. They said they were twins under the scorching sun. I was having an interview. I recorded that thing. I think that was a long time ago. Just if you are on our Facebook, you can go check some of the pictures so that you'll know what I'm talking about. This is not just like Aboki or Almajiri people. Some of them are able-bodied young men who have no defect in any form or shape, are on the streets begging. The worst one is the corporate beggars who dress with suit, wear tie. I went to interview here, and my transport, somebody did that, somebody pickpocket, somebody, all manner of crazy stories that you've never had before. They will make you begin to fight with your inner being and your inner conscience if you don't give them something. But at the end of the day, it's all exploitation. They meet you today, you give them. Tomorrow they meet you, they give them. And if one see that you are one of those vulnerable ones that will give, then others will target you the next day. Once they see you, they rush you. And this has become like a plan. They now know you, they know what you can do, so they now begin to exploit people. So this is beginning to become a very big issue. So what do we do to this menace that is coming to Igbo land, to Imo State? Well, during, okay, take a look at this picture now. This is a woman. She will claim that these 4 kids are all her own. They are all triplets or quadruple kids. At the end of the day, it is not so. They just collect people's children, come to the street, disguise themselves as begging, and then they start collecting this thing. And we keep looking at this as if it is nothing. These young, innocent children dress so beautifully, all in the name of using it to exploit people. And if you look at the woman, she can walk, she can trade, she can even hawk in the street if she has the strength to stay under this scorching sun with this kind of beautiful. I mean, if you're not on our Facebook or YouTube, please hurry now. This picture is the one I'm seeing and right on our screen is so bad. Because take a look at these beautiful children. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does this man have quadruple? None of those children is her own kid. Women now poor women will now carry their newborn baby and give to somebody to take to the street and beg. This is becoming very worrisome. And I want us to talk about this morning on the show. So welcome aboard, everybody. It is what we'll be taking a look at today on the program, Straght Talk. It is no bending corners, and we know I'm not looking at the pathetic nature of people. We want to look at what this is becoming in Imo State. What is the government supposed to do? Some time ago, the government of Richard Sokorocha I mean, just rounded up most of them and took them to the, what is it called, the center at Ngokpala, where the home for destitutes. And some of them started confessing that they were not really beggars. They were sent by syndicates. They begged to go and give this. I mean, they started arresting them. And for a while, he noticed that there was a lot of reduction in children hanging out in the street. It is beginning to rear its ugly head again. Go around Imo State and then you see. Go around Owerri town and you will see what I'm talking about. This one happened this morning at Cherubim Junction here. So you can imagine this is the heart of Owerri town, and this is what we're saying. How do we let this continue? How do we handle this? So we'd like you to bring up your ideas. Let's help the government to come up with a solution for this menace. It's a public menace. It's exploitation. It is exploiting the lives of these young ones who don't know their left from their right, who believe this one is your auntie, this is my mommy. They give them under the scorching sun of a boy who is less than a year or 2 years old. Come on, would you allow your child to do that? And for those of us who have money bags, carry big Ghana must go. You can easily have a home where you feed these people and have more blessings. But no way. You prefer to carry the money to Switzerland and go and hide it. These are all issues we want to treat today on the show. Welcome aboard, people. It's the main event on radio. It is called Straght Talk, live on Echo from 100.7 with the radio machine Barry Cosmos. Like what one on radio. Everybody, stay tuned as we go to our newspapers to see what the papers are saying this morning. Welcome aboard, people. All right, on the newspaper review, we start up with the Daily Trust newspaper. What are we trusting this morning? Stay at home. Yes, this is at home menace, and the Wahala in Anambra State is now into the day 2 of the closure. Traders protest on Nisha Market closure. That is the headline there. Traders at Onitsha Main Market, Anambra State, on Tuesday staged a protest against the 1-week closure of the market ordered by Governor Chukwuma Soludo. Where the traders marched through major streets in Onitsha demanding the immediate reopening of the commercial hub, where video circulated on social media platforms shows angry traders trooping into the streets with placards chanting solidarity songs. Well, chanting solidarity songs is what you can do when it comes to the government, and this is another very serious matter. And that market has been shut down for 1 week. So they say, okay, if you don't want to sit down for house, no business for 1 week, we go see how we're going to survive. So it's not one we lose money, we're not going to lose money. That is what Saludo is telling them. 1 week, we're not going to their house. All right, we also heard that the union leaders of the market met with the governor in his office. Are they going to say, okay, our governor, we're not going to sit down for us again. Every Monday we're going to come work. Our governor, this is what we want. If you give us this, we'll be able to feel free and come to our shops and open the shop. Or, governor, you know, open shop for us, you know, open business. You know, if you tell us when we go open our shop or we're not going to open our shop. Which one then talk? We have to wait, everybody. But the good thing is that they are discussing, and that's what we want to see. Dialogue is the major thing, because we need to end the sit at home. It is not helping anybody, but definitely it is causing more problem. So everybody, sit at home. No, sit at home. It's not the issue. The issue is come to a compromise where the people obey the government. Because if you don't obey the government, anarchy is the next thing. All right. Primary school teacher awarded 50 million naira car and house. Jesus. Who they do this one? Who they do this one? Primary school teacher Solanke Francis Taiwo was as emerged as the overall best teacher in Nigeria for 2025. Oh, Unaka. Clap on for this teacher. He won 50 million naira, a brand new car, and a fully furnished 2-bedroom house. For the first time in Nigeria in ages, they are rewarding a teacher. Oh, God bless this guy. God bless you. Well, 11 other outstanding teachers selected from a pool of nominees drawn from 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory also received 25 million. When I remember teachers, they say teachers' reward is in heaven. Which heaven? Teachers go and swear to God's shoe every time. It don't make sense. And the federal government had introduced a reward scheme to honor teachers for their dedication, innovation, and impact on learning outcomes. This is the best thing I've seen Tinubu government done since. Congratulations to Tinubu government. When they say this kind of news, we go happy. Maybe every day, they give us bad news. All right. I think I don't give a good news today. Nobody should complain. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Nigeria, Turkey sign pact on counter-terrorism. This pact on assignment and make public. See President Tinubu wear suit. You know wear cap. This man guy go remark, Jesus, I never seen Tinubu in a long time with that cap. And Agbada. See Tinubu wear suit. Say the suit be. Mr. President, I like you. All right, our president is with Turkey. Erdogan is one of the world's strong men, if you ask. And of course, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is in Turkey right now. Saying Nigeria has signed fresh security agreements with Turkey to help in its fight against insecurity. Daily Trust gathered that 9 agreements were signed between Turkey and Nigeria on Tuesday in the presence of Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They signed this agreement. But the problem is that Turkey has been also touted as one of those countries that are secretly supporting Islamic groups here and there alongside Iran. So with this now, I don't know what critics will make of this, but for me, anything that is going to help curb the insecurity is a good one. But if there are undertones to it, because we are looking like alliances with the people who have been acknowledged or, well, allegedly said to be sponsors of terrorism. So how can you sign a peace deal to help you counter with somebody that is making the terrorism worse, selling weapons and all that to terrorist group? Well, that is the story within the air. Let's see how it pans out, everybody. But congratulations to President Tinubu for that one. Okay, CSO 6 Tinubu's intervention in FCT crisis. Yes, this FCT crisis is becoming something. Yesterday, the industrial court ruled in favor of the FCT minister who took them to court, and they said they should call off the strike, that the strike is illegal because the FCTA is not a registered union with the Nigerian Corporate Affairs and all that. So they are an illegal body. They have no right to call a strike. So the NLC is now joining in the strike. I received a memo from the NLC national headquarters yesterday from the publicity secretary, Benson Upa. Benson Upa sent me that thing. Unfortunately, I am not discussing that today. I'm trying to gather more details. Probably we'll take a look at it when we have more details on that one. And we wait to see. But according to Benson Upa, they are so angry with the industrial court for giving such a verdict to show that they should call off the strike, that they are illegal body. When has a union become illegal? So, well, the NLC is now wading into the thing, and they have directed other affiliate unions of NLC to join the strike. Now, schools should be shut down. Banks are soon going on strike. Hospitals are also going on strike. So, Abuja is going to be in turmoil. While our president is signing peace deal in Turkey, Abuja, the state of power, is going in turmoil when it comes to workers and the people. Oh, me, Tapa, what a bombshell. All right, let's move on now to the Nigerian Observer. On the Nigerian Observer, World Clean Energy Day, Edo reaffirms drive for affordable renewable energy. And that is another story. How Okpebholo could and will give Edo sovereign state. Strike paralyzes school clinics as FCT residents groan. That is another one on the Observer. From the Observer, let's take a look at the These Day newspaper. On the These Day newspaper, we have Mba inaugurates digital court building and backs judicial financial autonomy. Yes, a magnificent building in Enugu State is the judicial headquarters of Enugu State, built by Governor Peter Mba, and he has commissioned that, inaugurated the building yesterday. And that building is a digital headquarters of the judiciary in Enugu State. They don't make it digital now, so that things will be coming up sharp. I'm not going to do court case, CTC will come out, it will take like 1 year before that will come out. So things like this should come out. They have to automate people where they do fake age, fake service year and all that, all those things will now be captured in a digital manner. Well, I hope that Imo State is hearing that one because Imo State is now beginning to look like headquarters of forgery. All right, so let's continue. Civil servants robot commits suicide. Implication of AI for public service codes of practice. The civil servant robots commit suicide. A robot to commit suicide. Away. Sanwo-Olu governing Lagos intentionally. And Edu, FJ restoring confidence in power sector as 501 billion naira bond for Gencos is 100% subscribed. I don't know what it is they're doing. The man could just talking here. A national grid don't collapse. Nigeria is in darkness and I beg. No jump a pass. Oh, jump that story pass. I don't want to vex this morning. I don't want to get bad news. Only good news I want to talk about this morning. Osun 2026, Guba Race reopens old rivalries, new alliances. As a August 8, 2026, Osun governorship election inches closer. There is open political dynamics, drama, intrigues, betrayals as Senator, what's his name again, Davido Uncle, is still running for a second term. Okay? So Senator Ademola Adeleke, also Bola Oyebaiji, okay? And Najim Salam, others test their popularity in the polls. These are the ones that are contesting on different platforms. Well, this man is still in the PDP. Well, he said he was going to leave the PDP, to which party nobody knows. He refused to join the APC. If he joins the APC now, other people gearing to come for the governor, will they come? Well, they promised if you enter APC, you could still lose. Well, Senator Ademola Adeleke, Davido's uncle, is still the governor and is contesting for the second tenure. Will he get it? Will Davido influence it the last time like he did again? Okay, moving on to the Vanguard newspaper, FG, Northern leaders, lawyers differ on amnesty for terrorists. I don't want to see terrorist news this morning, but it is what it is, and we go talk them. Well, in Abuja, Northern leaders have disagreed with the federal and state government over amnesty being granted to terrorists who have turned the region into a killing field, where the leaders against it is coming against the backdrop of plans by Katsina State Governor Diko Rada to grant amnesty to 70 terrorists as part of an agreement reached between the state government and the terrorists. And these terrorists are still terrorizing the same Katsina State, where the anger of the Northern leader was accentuated by the position of the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, on the matter as special advisor to the President, Communications and Publicity in the AGF's office. Mr. Kamodine Ogundele yesterday gave vent to governors' powers to grant such a pardon. Well, governors have constitutional powers to grant pardon if the terrorists were prosecuted by the respective states, Ogundele said in terse reaction sent to Vanguard yesterday. But the AGF's position was corroborated by the Attorney General of Commission for Justice in Lagos State, Lawal Pedro, who reiterated that governors have the powers to grant such pardons, but noted that in exercising the powers, they governors should consider public opinion, public policy, and how people would feel. Now, these 70 bandits that have killed people and they want to be given amnesty, what are they giving to the families that lost their lives and their loved ones? That is the biggest issue. People are saying, no. You say no, it's the agreement. So now, bandits, after they kill again, they will now demand for another release of 70 for peace to reign. Maybe this time they'll release for 700, not only 70. Well, much ado about nothing. How disgruntled colonel built a secret military network in failed coup plot against Tinubu after they are finally agreeing that there was a coup, where fresh intelligence details have surfaced on the foiled coup attempt against President Bola Tinubu's had been shielding light on how a serving army colonel allegedly assembled a covert cross-service network to undermine the constitution order before security agencies moved in. Christopher Musa blew the whistle and the whole coup. Wunderbar. All right, that's one is what is on the pages of the Vanguard newspaper. Okay, we move. Governor Yusuf abandoned Kwankwaso 3 months after assuming office. That's according to Galadima. Normal. Nigeria, Turkey to fast-track trade, energy, defense ties. That's according to Tinubu. Well, let's move on to Donald Trump now. Donald Trump is warning. He warns of bad things if Republicans lose midterms, and Army nabbed 27 illegal miners in FCT and neutralizes terrorists nationwide. I do one. But it's also good. South Korea's ex-first lady jailed for 20 months for taking bribes. Hi, God. Which way they go jail like our own first lady one here? For taking bribe, or just take. No be saying give. In take the bribe. They give them 20 months. 20 months is nearly 2 years in prison. Can you imagine? 1 year, 8 months in prison. South Korea. In get locked, no be China. Because China, once you bribe, they buy you immediately. All right, we'll move on now to the Punch newspaper. And after this, I'll open up the phone lines for you to deposit. Investigation uncovers Colonel who plotted Tinubu's ouster. Presidency downplays Tinubu's stumble, says Turkey visit on course. I am not one of those who party and gallant over the president stumbling. Anybody can stumble. Just because Bala may stumble, we want to make a big deal out of it. It's not good. He's the #1 citizen of Nigeria, whether you like it or not. If we make caricature of him, we're making caricature of ourselves because he represents you and me. Whether you like him or you don't like him, that's a fact. You can't change it. So coming on radio, insulting, coming on pages of newspapers, social media, insulting, playing videos, laughing and all that, it doesn't do you any good. So I would rather let Nigerians stop that madness. It's not good at all. I don't think it's intentional for him to stumble. He's an old man. Everybody knows that. So if an old man stumbles, what's the big deal? We tell him, sorry. That's how it's done. And this is your president. He's a father of the nation. So everybody give him that respect a little bit, even if you don't like him. Let's not make a big deal out of that. I don't want to join the bandwagons doing that. FG deploys military retirees to secure ungoverned spaces. Are you serious? FG deploys military retirees to secure ungoverned places. Wow. KB trains 500 vigilantes to strengthen community security, and U.S. Secretary to warn Venezuela leader of Maduro's fate. Yeah? The one carry another one. They never finished Maduro. The one who carry the woman. Corpse of 15-year-old Gombe girl found in a bush. Too bad. Too bad. And Jigawa begins medical screening for 2026 Hajj and pilgrims. All right. Wike threatens workers as court order strikes suspension. Final newspaper headline this morning. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, on Tuesday, warned the striking staff of the Federal Capital Territory Administration to return to work immediately or face legal action following a National Industrial Court ruling ordering an end to the strike that has disrupted public services in Abuja for a week. While briefing journalists shortly after the court's decision, Wike insisted that the rule of law must prevail and accused political actors of exploiting the industrial action for motives unrelated to workers' welfare. Well, the administration was also already in the process of mediation when some politicians hijacked the strike. He said, adding that several of the workers' demands were frivolous and either unreasonable or already addressed. Wike said the FCTA approached the court after determining that the strike had been hijacked by politicians despite ongoing dialogue and attention to the substantial number of workers concerned. You see how they get victory sharp when it matters most to the people in power. If now another case, the carry go court, it will linger for 2 years, 10 years, where he highlighted the administration's effort to support staff welfare, including salary payments and reforms within the civil service. The minister disclosed that more than 12 billion naira had just been approved for the payment of January salaries to FCTA workers, describing the move as evidence of the government's commitment to its workforce. Wike, how much be the house where you buy for your picking for US? It passed the whole salary of people. All right, let's open up our phone lines for people to have their say right about now on the show. It is Straght Talk live on Echo FM 100.7. Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, good morning. Who am I line?
Good morning, Barry.
I greet you.
You are really blessed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. This is the voice of Elder John, radiating from Omogoma.
Elder John, go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Barry,
Sir?
I am very, very happy to share a very good news from the government of APC today. The news that a particular teacher was given a brand new car and 50 million.
With a house?
Yes, with a house. And other teachers followed. My brother, kudos to the federal government.
Yes.
This is the type of news we're supposed to be hearing every day. But, I want to say this, Barry.
Okay.
God will never allow this gift to be an audio gift.
Okay, amen.
God will never allow it to be an audio gift.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen. Don't give us audio gifts.
Yes, also, I want this gift to domesticate it to states, local government. All the states and local government in our country, let them follow suit.
Okay.
And I want again, it should not be an audio gift, and it should not be politicized.
All right.
Let it be real. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief, for your contribution. All right, 0911 20,022 or 0707 454 1014. Good morning.
Hello, Barry. Good morning.
Good morning, the senior citizen Mazuzoma. Welcome, sir.
But I think there's a problem with either the network or whatever. But you can hear me. I'm not sure I can hear anything from you.
Are you serious?
One way. you hear me, I won't hear you. Barry,
Yes, sir.
Three things have happened. Soludo, what you read there, I think it's Soludo that the problem is security. Has he provided security? That's all I want to say about that. And primary school arithmetic, he was losing 8 million a day every Monday strike. Now he has closed the market for 7 days. How much has he lost? That's apart. And the president, please let nobody laugh at old age. I beg them. Look, only God allows anybody in Nigeria to be 70, to be 80. That's why when elder statesman Abba speaks, I pay special attention. Please let them know that only God, if the thing is available in the market, so how many people will be able to buy, to get to 70, to get to 80. So anyone who has survived to be 80 in Nigeria, someone was asking you, what is the qualification of senior citizen? At 60 or 65, people retire, they become senior citizens. At 70, they are senior citizens. But when you get to 80, you add another senior. And if you get to 90, add senior citizen. That's what I intend to do. It will be 3 seniors for me and for anybody, because only God will allow you in Nigeria to be 80 and be speaking out and people can hear you. Only God. It is available only through party registration and party participation. Most of us will not even be 50. Good morning, Barry. And compliments to everyone who listens to ECHO. I'm senior citizen, Mazi Zama, qualified by God to be senior citizen. Good morning.
Thank you very much. May God continue to add more age to our senior citizen. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Cosmos.
Shona, you asked me what qualifies somebody to be senior citizen. Did I hear that?
Yes, I asked that yesterday because, like I told you yesterday,
yes,
I'm still on bed.
Okay.
With somebody on that. So that's why I want, because I look at it as anybody that is above 6 or that is 6 or above is a senior citizen. Is qualified as a senior citizen. But the person I'm testing with says that the person must be a civil servant, a retired civil servant, or a retired public servant. So that's why I asked that.
No, the person must not be. How can you be? Age is what they use in determining senior citizens and people who have also served. You understand? Also, if you are up to 90 years, Abba, you're a senior citizen now. Or you're even senior citizen. You understand? But I believe for you to get to senior citizen, you must at least have clocked 80 and above. For you to become a senior citizen, you have to get up to 70 years. At least that's what it means. You get it?
But we are arguing on what qualifies somebody to be a senior citizen. We are not even talking of senior citizen. And he said it's somebody that has served in the civil service or public service and retired. That is somebody from 6 or so and retired. I say no. As far as your age of 6 and above, whether you served in government or not, you are qualified to answer senior citizen. A senior citizen, and he said no. So we better. So
okay.
That's the point. Anyway,
right. Normally, just a senior citizen is generally defined as an individual age 60 or 65 and older, depending on the context of the government, legal or commercial programs. While 65 is a standard benchmark for Medicare and Social Security, all those kind of things, you know. But then a senior citizen is, you must get to 80 years. You understand? Okay. So from 65 years upwards, you're a senior citizen.
Okay, thank you. Okay, what I want to say, of all other places, why should the president go to Turkey to look for help to fight insecurity in Nigeria? Knowing that majority of those causing this insecurity are their Muslim brothers. You know that Turkey is a Muslim country.
Yeah.
Yeah, so does it mean that these people, they won't sympathize with all these people, all these bandits and terrorists? Just like their Nigeria brothers in quotes, are doing here. So that's the way I look at it. I think it's not wise, not for the president to have gone to Turkey to look for help to fight insecurity. But about the sit-at-home issue, like I said yesterday also, I think I see the sit-at-home. It baffles me that some people are still supporting the Monday sit-at-home. I see it as something that has brought a lot of cost to the Southeast rather than blessing, because I don't see any economic benefit from the sit-at-home. Yeah, the sitting at home for the past 5 years now. And not only that, if you can remember, even the person who brought about the sit-at-home, who declared the sit-at-home, has said that it's no longer valid, that it has been cancelled. That is Mazin and the Cars and IPO. They have cancelled it right here. I don't know why still people are still embarking on it, are still interested in it, considering the damage, the economic damage, the huge economic damage it has done to South. So people should have a second thought about it. That's my take. Ama from Uche Street.
All right, thank you very much, Ama, for your contribution. Okay, let's get more reaction on our Facebook now, and then see the. Let's start up with our WhatsApp first. We have. I start up with my man today. Say, Barrio, happy morning. Best teacher award indeed. Which other country in the world does awards rather than physical improvement and equipping schools, institutions, and ensuring that teachers are adequately remunerated is more realistic than doling out slush funds? Soludo, the solution, has lost his solution to ending the Monday sit-at-home syndrome. If you lock up markets for 1 week, how much losses would that be? Barrio, if anyone think the traders would be the losers, you miss it. The average trader would make up the loss with increase in price. Barrio, the only challenge in Mr. President's stumble at Turkey is that investors' confidence may stumble too. Barrio, make sure you don't stumble. I will not stumble. Elder Chijoke no stumbles. Elder Chijoke will not kill me. Thank you very much for your message. This one says, I'm calling Soswago, a.k.a. Motion Texting, from my beautiful community, Umudibi Ekwe in Isu, LGA. Good morning, my good friend Barry and the listeners. Our president should not be marked for falling in another country, but it's a lesson. We cannot cheat nature. When the body is weak, it is weak. Even if we reduce our age by 20 years, our real age must show in our actions and performances. This is why Nelson Mandela will always remain an icon. He ruled just one time and handed over because of his old age. I wish other African leaders would emulate him A motion from Umudibi. This one says, good morning, Mr. Barry. Mr. President should listen to his health status and step aside in next election. It is better he go nurse his health. This sleeping has become too many embarrassment to his personality and Nigerian people. His health is seriously dealing on his mandate. Soludo should embrace dialogue rather than martial law or executive order. Dr. Imo Emmanuel in Owerri. We also have this one from our brother Chigoze Elvis. He says, good morning, Barry. The Onitsha main market traders and those championing the sit at home are either being deceitful to themselves or just being mischievous. Most of them interviewed yesterday said their reason for not opening their shops on Monday is because they are not guaranteed of their safety. Then the same people went into the street chanting, Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. If their reason for sit at home is solidarity for Nnamdi Kanu, they should say that they should say that openly. We don't want to hear them saying that the market has become militarized with Soludo flood the market with security men to assure them of their safety. Chigozie Elvis, Dr. Mrs. Emma Olebra, says these frequent travels are becoming embarrassing. A president that just returned after 3 weeks abroad, embarked on another trip to Turkey at his age, he doesn't need all the stress. In fact, he needs to be relaxing and enjoying with his great children or grandchildren, because leadership is not for the weak. How can foreign investors come to a volatile country and invest? How many investors have come since his travels? Why can't Mr. President stay in the country and look inwards to find out ways to salvage the citizens that are at the mercy of terrorists? Why can't Mr. President deliver good governance to Nigerians? Is he voted to be John Keating to all the countries of the world? 2027 is in God's hands, and he will determine what happens. Well, it seems to me Tinubu wants to surpass Buhari's record of travels. So, Mona no vex. They do competition. Juju from Equity says, Barry, good morning. Thanks for your observation. Look, Barry, do you know that such never been known in Igbo land before? As example, in front of St. Paul's Catholic Church, small boys was making love to little girl. Eh? Immediately they saw me, they were pretending innocent. Meanwhile, the boy was naked. Owerri municipal chairman should do something about that for the betterment of the land of Owerri. Those women and men should be arrested to show example. Barry, thanks again for your observations. God bless you. Thank you very much. They just do anyhow, give birth to children and dump them in the street. Abi, good morning.
Good morning, Barry Cosmos. Good morning this morning.
Good morning to you, Uncle JP.
Yeah, the Radio General. For those who doesn't know, he said that if I open the United States for more than local government.
All right.
Yes. Barry. You see, the reason why the stumbling of our president is becoming a topic is because the man did not tell us exactly his years. Otherwise, it's an old man. So if an old man stumbles, no problem. You understand? But since they are still claiming that he's a young man, that's why people are making adults out of it. So how can our president stumble? So a man of 80 years can stumble, can miss his step, no problem. So I want to talk about Wike. Wike in Lagos, Abuja, of course, we know very well that if you go to court, you win these people because he owns son. Now that it has happened like this, and the NLC has come into it, let's watch how it's going to be. This is perfect.
All right.
So, what I'm saying is that we should be careful. As human beings are pursuing him up and down, so the spirit is pursuing him.
Okay.
And if human beings try and they cannot be able to succeed, they leave it for the spirit to take care of every situation. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. We don't have time to, we need to go to our newsroom to bring you the news update now. But I have this, oh God, never mind you. This good luck. If I catch this guy, imagine what he's saying. He says, Sabario, okay, I need to read the message again. Ibrahim Ade Bukola Adetina says, good morning, Mr. Barry. I love this program you raised this morning because this is getting serious here in Imo State, most especially those ones in Douglas. Some of them are using this begging of a teen to thief May our Heavenly Father continue to bless all Echo FM family. I am Ibrahim Nze. Thank you very much, Dr. Mrs. Umar Labor. These frequent travels, I think I'm checking that on YouTube and WhatsApp. Ben Chigazat is talking about Chief Ben Okwano from Awaka. He says, my great Barry, the unfolding drama in Anambra is really unfortunate. Chukuma Soludo is expected to be wiser. What we expect the governor to do is to address the root cause of the sit at home. As long as Nnamdi Kanu is still behind bars, the restiveness in Igbo land will continue to fester. As long as Soludo himself cannot assure the safety of the traders themselves, on Mondays, the traders would never expose themselves to unnecessary risk. Soludo should do the needful. Resorting to intimidation is of no use. Okay. Chinaza. Anybody can fall. You people should stop insulting Una president. But Ogabari, my president and National Grid, who collapse pass, say good morning. Hi, God. I don't read again. Good luck. This guy is fine, looking for my trouble. Imagine what he's saying. He says, Abario, say good morning, sir. I agree with you. People are begging a lot lately. And somehow, can you imagine this insult? Somehow, Chelsea jerseys are always involved. Allah United. I beg, I come up for you. I don't go. Mo, go read the news. I beg. It's our news time now for the news update here at Echo FM. This chick, good luck. If I catch you. All right now. Let's move on to our newsroom to bring you the news update at 10. Don't touch that. I will be right back.
Echo FM.
Here are the latest stories we are keeping tabs with this morning. An interim investigation has linked a 7 Army colonel to an alleged coup plot against President Bola Tinubu's administration, involving officers from the Army, Navy, and Air Force. The report says the officer coordinated funding, recruitment, and early operational planning for the takeover. Investigators revealed that the suspect carried out covert surveillance of key national installations, including the presidential villa, major barracks, and international airports. Intelligence finding traced the plot to disgruntled officers, with searches uncovering sensitive documents and anti-government materials. President Bola Tinubu has asked the Senate to approve a bill to increase the number of justices of the Court of Appeal from 70 to 110, in a move aimed at strengthening the Nigerian appellate justice system. The request was conveyed in a letter read at plenary by Senate President Godswill Akpabio. Tinubu lawmakers also endorsed former Governor Governor Chukuma Soludo's decision to shut the market for 1 week after traders failed to comply. Speaking during plenary in Oka, Minority Leader John Bosco Akegbobi said the sit-at-home introduced in 2021 by the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has crippled economic and social activities across the state. He added that the practice cost the Southeast an estimated 88 billion naira every Monday, with small and medium enterprises bearing the greatest impact. Security agencies in Kwara State have arrested 3 Fulani leaders, including the state chairman of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, over alleged involvement in kidnapping and sponsorship of armed banditry in the state. According to security reports, the Makban leader reportedly confessed to aiding several kidnapping operations linked to armed Fulani bandits. The suspect, all said to be above 60 years old, are accused of fueling terror and violence despite their positions as community leaders expected to promote peace. And in business, the National Tax Policy Implementation Committee has engaged leading tax advisory firms, professional bodies, and institutional representatives to support effective implementation of Nigeria's newly enacted tax laws. The session focused on aligning operational priorities and ensuring smooth adoption across federal and state administrations. Chairman Joseph Tegbe stressed that the success of the reforms depends on effective change management, clear communications, and public trust. He reaffirmed the committee's commitment to working with subnational governments and professional institutions to harmonize interpretations, build capacity, and address challenges in implementation. On the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump has warned that the United States would no longer support Iraq if ex-Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki is elected again. Maliki, linked to Iran, was recently endorsed by Shia coalition as its nominee for prime minister. Trump described him as a very bad choice, citing Maliki's previous term marked by sectarian violence and chaos. Trump added that Iraq would have zero chance of success without U.S. backing if Maliki assumes office. Concerns have also been raised by U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who highlighted Maliki's Iranian ties and the risk of foreign influence of undermining Iraq's interest. And in sports, English club Nottingham Forest have completed the signing of Super Falcons striker Joe Omewa from Danish side Fortuna Hjørring. The club confirmed that the 23-year-old forward has signed a deal running until the end of 2025-2026 season. Omewa enjoyed a successful 3-year spell with Fortuna Hjørring, scoring 52 goals in 85 league appearances. During her time in Denmark, she won the Danish Women's Cup twice and helped the club secure the Vindeligan League title in the 2024-2025 session. And that's all for the news update at this hour, as edited by Benjamin Joseph. For more news and updates, follow us on Facebook is Echo FM, and our X handle is at Echo FM _Owerri. On Instagram and YouTube is Echo FM 100.7. You can also listen live anywhere in the world via www.echofm.net. And that's the news update at 10. Thank you for listening.
Every day,
every hour,
every minute,
and every second.
breaking news occur
From our villages,
in our cities,
new government policies,
the economy,
politics,
social news,
entertainment news.
security concerns.
We, the people, converge.
To analyze
Separating facts from fiction.
lies and truth,
We dissect.
we integrate,
We harmonize.
we criticize.
And we bring you all the juicy details.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. It is Straight Talk
Straght Talk.
Straight Talk on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Shall I begin? I am your host. I am your anchorman. I am the presiding bishop of this ministry, and I am awesome. My name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Marshal, the Buruburu One on radio, the Okenze on radio, your big brother on radio. I am the main event, and I am here.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Are you ready?
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Welcome back to Straight Talk live on Echo FM 100.7 with the Radio Marshal, Barry Cosmos. Welcome back, people, to the main event on radio. It is very, very sad that we have to go into our discussion now, thinking about the fact that we have street begging as a thing in Nigeria. Too bad, because at the end of the day, we have this really, really bad habit of looking at things nonchalantly as if it doesn't make any sense. Looking at it, it doesn't matter, concern me, it's not my picking, all those kind of things. But why this trend is beginning to become a very worrying trend, a growing trend among Igbo Christians and in Suka, in Enugu, in Owerri, in Onisha, everywhere you go in Port Harcourt. It's becoming a very worrisome trend for an Igbo man to be seen as a beggar. Now the issue is that people are beginning to panic because beggars are taking over the streets of Owerri. When you look at these pictures, it is very, very worrisome. The rising street begging in Imo State raises concerns, and today we want to talk about those concerns. A woman will sit in the scorching sun breastfeeding a young baby in that same scorching sun while 1, 2, 3 other ones almost of the same age bracket are seated. You see somebody with matching outfit for children who are not related in any form or shape but gathered by them. Sometimes they say they are helping them. People now go to motherless baby, get children, and then bring them to the streets to beg. When you see this, just go on our Facebook or YouTube now. Take a look at this picture. What's the first impression that comes to your mind? Beautiful children, wonderful kids. And they now teach them this habit. This is what they inculcate in the life of these children at this very age. Then how will this child grow having a different mentality to become somebody in life? So these are issues that we really, really need to talk about. What should we do to this menace? But street begging is reportedly on the rise in Owerri. And we cannot feign ignorance or keep a blind eye to it. The young, the old, the ruffled, the strong, all of them are all involved. Corporate beggars here and there. Go to St. Paul's now and then line up. Even as I'm talking, they are hearing. Because I know so many, either keke bus or filling station or where their speakers are booming. They're hearing. I don't have a problem with you. Don't get me wrong. What we are looking at is the trend is becoming worrisome and serious. Where are these people coming from? How do we have them so many in the street now? Rocha Sokorocha, then administration, packed these people to the destitute home in Ngokpala. What is the present government doing to this effect? What do we need to do to sanitize our state capital, most importantly, get rid of this begging syndrome in the state? How do we also help these individuals who have no way out other than to come to the street? This is very worrisome. It's very disturbing for me to even be talking about a topic like this, but we cannot run away from the truth. This is Straight Talk. We talk MRCB, no bending corners, we say it straight. To those of them who are like life, don't give them like 10-0. You know, say if they born you, first you come here and say they born you for Africa 1-0. You can't say they born you for Nigeria 2-0. You can't be say they born you for Nigeria, you can't be a man 3-0, sure 3.50. They can't born you, your papa come poor. Ew, 5-0 immediately. You understand? That's how it works. The Nigeria economy, we can add them on top, make them 10-0. That's what Nigerian life be. We understand all that. So it's terrible. It's very terrible. The economy is not smiling on anybody. Just like I was telling you, the young man look at a beggar, a small boy who's supposed to be in school, say, make you look people face before you beg. As you see me, I am not smiling. My face is not smiling. This thing where they talk, it vexed me. Because the guy don't calculate the small money where he gets. How you go use it and go come by reaching house, chop for that day. But the most worrisome of all this is the criminals hiding in this begging attitude to perpetrate evil. They stay in uncompleted buildings, open spaces, monitoring people. These people have the best information network you can ever imagine. They know you, they know where you live, they know when you come back, they know where you go. They know how many people are in your house, when you lock your gate, how you don't lock your gate. They know when you are vulnerable, and they attack. You enter inside bus. All these syndicates here and there, Keke bus. Thank God the government has banned tinted black guys on Keke bus. You will see a woman breastfeeding somebody in the car, the child in the car. You think this one, a person, mama, is a criminal. Women, nursing mothers, are now used by these syndicates who use them for begging. And this cannot continue to go on. The government needs to do something about this. So that is why we need to help these people get rid of the criminal elements and give them a better life. To you out there, the churches, collection, first collection, second collection, tithe, all of them, they do. What are you doing for the destitute? Rich man, wow, 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 carry police, they pursue people, wow, 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 wow. What are you doing? All that money, who have you helped? What has it helped you to do? So while we look at this, then finally, before I open up the phone lines, these beggars, they make you hurt your feelings. If you look at them, some of them, one, as they give them the money straight to Babalawo house, then they go change your destiny. Sometimes you give them the money, they'll use it and go cause problem for you. Some of these people run away from their house because of problems. Some young girls have either forced into marriage, they run away from the house, enter street. Inside the street, they're not going to marry, but they'll give them belly. I mean, there are so many things that are going on wrong in our society, and we need to talk about this. Let's raise the consciousness to this. I have set the tune running. So what say you with this very, very ugly trend? Government officials, listen. We can't continue to watch our street be turned into a begging hub. Any corporate beggar way I catch, I go first, maybe I feel not the eye, if I can go give police. Those ones that they wear suit, wear better bed, follow you from Ama JK, carry you go reach anywhere, you follow them go, they must collect money for your hand. So one way or the other. They, at Oji site now, in front of Save More shopping complex, oh my God. Once you go buy something, some of them will carry wound. I don't know if they wound themselves from January to December. The wound need a heal. They'll carry the wound forever and ever. They'll go injure yourself just to go and beg. You are not disabled. What is going on? What is going on? This is not right. If you look at our screen now, look at this young man. You go say, oh, mad. You know, mad. Now, poverty. Poverty will get D. Poverty. Now, I hold that young man. So, as they sit down, they look, they think. What is he going to eat? There are people who genuinely need help. How do we help them? This is what we're going to discuss this morning. So, I open up the phone lines now. Add your voice to the conversation, 0911 20,022 or 0707 454 1014. Please, phone lines are open. Let's have the conversation. Good morning.
Somebody.
Welcome aboard, sir.
Thank you. This is Chibuzo from this.
Chibuzo, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you. See, the problem is this government. See,
yeah.
People are suffering. It happens to me. I had a problem. Somebody came me to the hospital and abandoned me there. I nearly begged to eat.
Oh.
This country where we find ourselves, people are into problem because of hardship of this country. And imagine that this country, this Igbo land are making such money that this governor of Anambra State is talking just only in a day. And they leave us dying here. All of them have houses in London. See, all these people need to be protested against. All these people need to do bad things against. These people are cause of this problem. More people are going to beg. I have only 300 naira yesterday. A pregnant woman came to me begging. I have to give that 300 naira. See, we are in trouble. I'm sorry.
Try. Enter Wedra Road now. All of them who come, put hand for your car door. Both passengers, private, taxi, anyone we didn't see, even going to go to. They don't even fear, they're going to run the Poshimoto. While we are looking for people to win us gold medals, this guy is the Poshimoto where they on speed. They go push and go catch him for hold up. This is getting too bad, too much. It's hurting my conscience even talking. I'm feeling it bad. But then we need to talk about it. We have to swallow our pride and raise these ugly incidents. People are suffering. Yes, the economy is bad. But how do we now differentiate people who need help and people who don't need help? Some women will tell you, I don't want you to give me money, just give me something to go and eat. You think they actually need that money to go and eat. You give them the rice, they're just packing it to go and sell. They just have every means just to extort something. Some of them are genuinely hungry. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Barry.
I greet you, my brother.
Yes, indeed, GK calling you here from Ilube Chemical Vietnam.
Welcome, sir.
Barry, you see this thing you are talking about? Let's talk sense. Formally, they cut down this thing to some lowest level.
Okay.
But this time around, I see say they don't legalize that. Where we see front of St. Paul's is now a place whereby it became a kind of inheritance begging. When they beg, they born picking their children continue from where they stopped. If they are still in service, their children will join them. So I beg, formally what I said is somehow cut down. They say the government, one time this happened in Abuja, but they legalize their own in a local way, name and patient for patient association. They would dress corporate
If they know you have somebody, kind of disfigure somebody in your house, they will come and pay you, carry that person, use them for 1 month. And then send the person away, go another village, carry another one. Not until when 2 of the people where they do them, one of them can't decide, come out from your guy without telling the master. So when they come out for street for Abuja, they fought themselves to the extent. They ask them within the cause fight, they refuse to talk. Not until one can open up. Say this man lure me into they carry people go beg for him. In they chop the money they give me. Now open my own. That was where Abuja discovered that these people are fake. They now stop it. They cancel it in Abuja. It no longer exists. So Imo State, she emulate that. I can see that of Abana, they have brought it to some limit. But over now, nothing like that. So they should try and bring in some ideas that will stop this thing, at least control them. Let us know the real people, the real mechanic from the madmen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I greet you.
Mr. Barry, I love this topic. And President Nadi took one of the more Europe. I love this very matter we are talking. Please, the time has come, just like NYSC, serve in your state. Some of these beggars you are seeing are not from Imo State. A committee should be set up to interview these beggars. Let us know where they come from. If you are from Sokoto, go and start that as a beggar in Sokoto. If you're a beggar in Medugri, go and start as a beggar in Medugri. Because the evils these beggars are contributing in the state is more than beggars. Am I communicating? A committee should be set up, interview them. Let them go back to their general state. Or what Rogers Okota did should come again. Pack all of them, the state government should pack all of them to a place. Run them there. Let the people come and then get them. It's a menace to the state. We can't continue seeing all this rubbish.
All right.
Because the evils they are contributing to the state is more than the begging system. Please, a committee should be set up.
All right, thank you. Let others also contribute. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, Chief.
My name is Chief Joe Dobaj, and I usually call from two chiefs in State. Well, but before I go on, let me commend and thank you immensely for recognizing and applauding the efforts of the Tinubu-led APC government in recognizing a teacher for the first time in the history of Nigeria. And then I gave him 50 million naira, a house and a car for an excellent performance, together with 25 million naira to others. I think it's a welcome development if you ask me.
Okay.
Having said so, yeah, I think it is not in the character and custom of an Igbo man to beg for whatever reason. This is not to say that as Christians, we are not supposed to help our less privileged ones. But I think it is better to teach somebody how to catch a fish than to give him a fish. Some of these beggars, there are ways at which we can harness them and then put them where they can be useful and contribute their own quota, in doing some work and then be paid. I think that would be better instead of allowing them to beg. Then the worst part of it is that some people who actually cash in on this use small children to beg. My honest and candid submission in that regard is this: the State House of Assembly must make laws, making it punishable by life jail on anybody implicated in this inhuman act. It is unfortunate. It is condemnable. It is against our law and against our culture. So that law must have to put in place and an enforcement committee set up, because most often than not, the problems we're having in this country is do not actually like with making laws, but with their implementation.
Yeah.
So my honest and candid submission is that a committee must be set up to enforce the implementation of such a law when it is met. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's get one more call before we go to our messages. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Sabari.
Yeah, catch you saying welcome aboard.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Hmm.
Earlier today, you were talking about senior citizen and I don't know I don't know where I belong. Am I the junior one or intermediate?
Yeah, junior citizen or junior citizen. Okay. Choose your own.
Okay. I hope someday we will get to senior citizen.
By the grace of God, we will get there.
We must not stumble by the grace of God.
Oh God.
Yes.
You just have to jive.
I hope you got the joke.
You just have to jive. Carry go, I hear you.
Yes, we must not stumble. We must continue to be stronger.
That's so.
Yes. My name is Kasi Silekwa. I am calling from my community of the West Local Government.
Yeah.
As regards to the issue of beggars, Barry, I had an experience when I was in secondary school at government college that made me that even if you are dying in my face as a beggar, my 5 naira will give you. I'm saying it on air.
Hell.
I'm telling you, and let me tell you the thing. When I was in government college, there is this particular woman that normally comes to beg that she doesn't talk. She's a dumb. Anytime she comes, they take permission from the principal. They will address us at the assembly. Everybody will start. Even they come class to class, just like that. Just for us to, one day, she was caught. And they just at the front gate, where they call a refectory. Government college. Yeah, she was not caught. I don't know how it happened. It happens to be that she talks very fluently. Everyone was disappointed. I'm telling you, this is a life story. So ever since then, I have decided if you are dying in my face as a beggar, I won't give you. One of it is that they are all saucy. If you tell them that you are not, especially these Amajiri own carrying babies at Amajiri, if you say you are not giving them, the other day I was on one senator going to a function. The way one of the small girl, they normally wear agency, drew me on my wife. The way I slapped away that hand there. No. They are very saucy in the process of begging. That's why they say people which is your horses. That's now I don't know how to put it again. But what I'm saying is that the manner they even beg, if someone that wants to beg, don't even give them again. So they are defending the city of Owerri. Let the government, anybody in charge of it, let them please look for a place to is it correction center or what? Tell them to that place. And most of these people that carry people that has a cherry and all that with megaphone, with a green handbag. According to what the sources, I don't know, allegedly, that most of them don't even account for those money. And that they bring in those people from our back. Those of them that you see at warehouse, they will put songs. Like a Christian song. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So there is also need for government to equally segment those of them who are real. That is the point I'm making. Most of them are not real.
All right.
It's also.
Thank you,
Kadison. Man, you will see. You think that Okumare to Okumare. They say that they pretend to appear in that mood. Most of them things are very deceptive. So government should monitor them appropriately. And from that people are the mechanic
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Kadison. All right. Oh boy. All right, let's get to the messages now. The Princess G Glad, my baby mom, my wonderful mommy. She says the solution to the menace of begin and other crimes reduction is the formation of rights to social security for the unemployed and the less privileged citizens. What can cushion the effect of hunger and hopelessness when a family is down in Nigeria that is so rich? Oh my God. Speaking in a very more like a radio language. If you understand, you know. If you know, you know. If you don't know, forget about it. But that was Princess Jigla. Thank you very much. This other one says, Barrio, do you know my friend who worked in the bank at Lagos dropped her child in the daycare? Something came up and she needs to go to their branch in the island. Lo and behold, she saw another woman using her child to beg money in one of the bus stops. Jesus. My brother, if now you waiting, you go do that, but that what's the head don't fly. I don't know he's on a play tennis, Titan. Push and go here. Just play the head like Jesus. My brother, if now you waiting, you go too. My friend ran mad that day. Ototoma Barry, one name Jesus. Hey, may this never happen to even my worst enemy. Jesus. I had to shout this one. And if he shout, ow, ow. All right, I'm calling Saswago, aka Motion, texting from my beautiful community, DB Ekwe. So good morning, Barry, my good friend Barry, and the listener. As you said, it is unfortunate that begging is becoming a norm in Igbo land. Now we don't know those who genuinely need help and the lazy people. Some people have modernized it by preaching in motor park and bigger buses. After preaching, they start begging and call it offering. I don't give such people shishi. I'm Motion from DB Ekwe. Begging has come with different formats. The one that is very amusing is the ones that use empty bottle water. They can play sweet music. They'll be hitting it in rhythmic fashion, and then you drop money, you go. It is now a band, a begging band. They play music. I mean, these were not things we used to see in Igbo land. Why? Listen, anytime we hear begging, you think it's Ndaboki. Not lying. Ndaboki are there, but these ones, Igbo people. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Barry.
I greet you. Welcome aboard.
Yes. Hello.
Your name is what?
I am Chief Straght Talk.
Okay, Chief. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, I do come from Ohabile, London, in Obosema.
Okay.
Concerning beggars, even in the Bible says that there will always be beggars. In this our generation, you cannot do away with beggars, whether you like it or not. But all I can say or advise is, let it be civil. The one manner, like Curtis in Ekua have said his experience with them, is too bad. You cannot look somebody who did corporately going for an occasion and you just go to getting him or her anyhow, only in the name of begging. And when such a person touches you, they will say, you are a big man. You don't know it's because he's begging. No. That is the area I'm against. I say, let it be civil. The government should look for a place where they will keep beggars, and somebody will be monitoring and be supervising them, supervising their conduct. In your program, somebody say he caught one little baby and the boy doing nonsense, only in the name of begging. And tomorrow they will take in and they burn a bastard in here in Owerri. I don't like that one. While you are begging, it must be civil. And the government should come into the plight of beggars, look for a place for them. And somebody, like I said before, will be taking their conduct, supervising them, knowing who is actually a beggar and who is a corporate beggar. That is my take. I am Chief Straght Talk.
Thank you very much, Chief.
New Year.
Thank you very much, Chief. Happy New Year to you. Okay, this one says, Mr. Barry, begging has become sophisticated cartel, worse than human trafficking. The first thing is that some healthy persons recruit these little children and handicapped persons, send them to town to get money from them. For them, one day I observed that money given to them will collect later. They give account on hourly basis. Begging is business enterprise now. My suggestion is that government should profile people to know who is who. Criminal element is now beneath the begging. It is a sign of failed state. Government has failed to give good life to the Nigerian people. Government should censor their activities for safe environment for people to live. Thank you very much for your message. That is Dr. Emmanuel in Owerri. Okay, let's go to our Facebook now and bring you some more messages on this particular matter. Earlier on, this message came in here to Lilian, says, good morning, Big Brother Barry. God bless you. Thank you very much. Collins Chinonso. I'm calling Soswago, aka Motion, taxing from my beautiful community in Isu Ekwe, in Isu LGA. Say, good morning, Barry, my good friend and the listener. Our president should not be mocked for falling in another country. I think I've read this message before. And if I Ejim Konye E Ejima, it says it's from Egbema. This is one of the reasons we have been shouting and lamenting for a young and vibrant president who who cannot bring national disgrace to the country. People around Mr. President should advise him to stop his reckless traveling because he's too old to travel from one country to another. All right, thank you very much. Alfonso Chima suggests the government of Anambra State prioritizes consultation with market leaders over force while the state aims to stop the 8 billion naira Monday loss. A week-long closure, 6 market days, causes a 48 billion deficit. Traders aren't sabotaging. They are what? They state they are paralyzed by fear. The government should stop the show of strength, engage union stakeholders to build genuine security, and address the root cause before this protest turns into a major crisis. From Imsu Junction. Barrio, Mr. President didn't stumble or fall. Rather, as a Lagos big boy, he was only doballing. The only worry is let investors not think that is how Nigeria economy is. I find it funny when we complain about this Monday sit-at-home syndrome. I see it as personal decision people make either as individual or as a group. After all, what does government contribute to their welfare? Imagine the retinue of security personnel the governor travel with. Barrio, Nigeria day in trouble in the hands of the present dispensation. Why would Wike not ensure that workers are well treated? What will he lose? Do you hear these shenanigans in other countries of the world? Can't our leaders learn from us? Or for once, must they attract negative attention? Barrio, Ekegoro, Elder Chijoke, thank you very much. Sent in that message. Ahunwa John Easy says, Honorable John Ahunwa from Ifakala Mbitoli, Ogabario, let's not mock the president. It's just one of the Dobales. All right. Dr. Mrs. Samuel Leber, I said last week alone, 4 different haggard-looking women with hungry-looking children knocked at my gate begging me for food. That they don't need money but food for their children. I had no option but was moved to give some food stuff. Is this the new system of begging? Let them stop knocking on my door. Get Dr. Mrs. Zima, it's as a the thing come in different form or shape. Huh? Collins also sent this message, says, as you said, it's unfortunate that begging is becoming a norm in Igbo land. Now we don't know those who genuinely need help and the lazy people. Some people have modernized it by preaching in motorbikes and big buses. Well, Usman Jipri said, Barrio, the issue about the street begging is even if you take them out and put them in accommodation, they will leave it, are you serious, and run away, start business. They will abandon it because it's profession that I call all income, no expenses. What is easy access to income in Abuja? It happened every nanny took her master's child to beg in another area, only for their neighbors to cite them and report to Oga. Can you imagine this? What is this country turning into? And they caught her. Likewise, one woman, they gave accommodation and she abandoned it and to another area to continue begging. Yes, I've seen, I think Very Dark Man also made this story, saw this woman begging in the street. They gave her about 4 million to start up a business, and the woman left that area to another area to continue to beg. This has become their lifestyle. Just like it said, only income, no expenditure. A beggar, they say, can never be bankrupt. And this is the syndrome that has become a thing in Nigeria, in Imo State. It's getting worrisome. The way they hold you tight, they don't care where you're going. They don't care even if you don't chop that money. They're going to be dragging you. And if you give one, the rest will come. Once, they don't even behave as if they're beggar. They just behave like it's a normal thing for them. That's normal. You give them, you don't give them, they go to the next customer. It doesn't make any sense. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry Cosmos.
I greet you, sir.
Yes, I come back to
all right.
So yes, there was a point that Angle made. He returned to the Bible about begging, that they are in the Bible. Yes, in those days, there are always poor people. And these poor people, the Bible commanded that when you go to your farm to harvest, try to leave something for those beggars. So when they come, they will take it. Even in our community, it was happening in those days. You don't clear everything for your farm. There must be opportunity for the beggars. But those beggars are quite different from what you are seeing now. Let me tell you, some of these people you see on the road begging, unfortunately, somebody has said it, go and settle them somewhere. They will not be comfortable. They want to come out again and continue begging. But this woman will always say, in our go, that is, why do you beg money? The trailer climb on your hand. Can you not go and walk? You understand? What I'm saying is that the government should open, even if it is a farm, go and carry these people, put them inside that farm, begin to feed them. I'm talking about the government. Feed them, give them enough food, take care of their daily needs, and let them work in that farm. Not coming to the main road and constituting nuisance. Some of them are not really beggars. And if you put them in the farm unless you guide them, otherwise they will run away from there. Please, let us take care of our society. Thank you. God bless
Thank you. Alphonsus Chim, as a begging in Imo State, has increased due to economic hardship, joblessness, and the collapse of traditional apprenticeship systems. Insecurity, both local and from the north, has displaced vulnerable people into Owerri, with youth struggle with drugs abuse, get-rich-quick syndrome thinking, and a weak governance. Uncontrollable childbirth adds pressure on families, leaving many unable to care for their children. These combined factors drive street begging as at least a last resort for survival. This is too unhealthy for Imo State. Alphonsus Chima from Imsu Junction. All right, thank you. Alphonsus Chima from Imsu. You are right in what you've said. So many of these are factors of what you've just said. At the end of the day, these people are genuinely, some of them are genuinely, those of them in the IDP camps, nothing to do. They just wake up. The government is not even bringing enough money. And if you go to IDP camp, half of the women there are pregnant. A jobless man will get wife. What will be the job we get? If in to go out, in to go anywhere, every 2 minutes in there with your wife inside house. The next minute, here, Bele don't come. The next minute, Bele, they just keep giving birth to children, adding more pressure on themselves and the government. Good morning.
A gracious and a pleasant morning to you, Barry Cosmos.
Good morning, Ogami.
Chimezie Matu remains my name. I come from Owerri North here in Imo State.
Thank you very much.
Let me quickly state on the issue of begging. The truth is that it has become a recurring decimal in Alo. Every time you see people begging, and begging. While I understand that there are those who are genuine beggars, and there are those who are not genuine, I am now telling the government to come in, engage these people, those who are genuine beggars, stand for them, provide something for them, than leaving them to stand on the road. The issue of begging, most of them can even mistakenly curse. Bella can even hit one of them one day if care is not taken. So the government has a lot of work to do, and it is high time the government steps in and engage them meaningfully.
Yeah.
Mother is my name. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we have this other message. It's Majestic. It says, good morning, Ogabari. I'm Majestic testing from Irete. The begging is becoming something else in a way. The worst is, even if you tell them that you don't have anything to give them, they will keep dragging and following you. Government should do something about it. Padek Chidoze is texting from Umo Akane or Haji, the most peaceful community. Yes, Umo Akane people, the latest Ojezuro, but the host says, good morning, Barry. One name, the level of begging in Imo State is getting out of hand. But we have two categories of beggars, normal beggars and corporate beggars. The government should use the instrumentality of special advisor to the governor on humanitarian affairs to look into this. God bless Imo State. And not seek a wisdom, says Barry Cosmos, my own brother. Gracious morning. The increase of this ugly menace is as a result of failed governance. Our government should sit up to our responsibility. What is the work of the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development on rehabilitation? All right? That is a very simple question. What is the work of Women Affairs? Centers are empty. Another one that baffles me is our traffic wardens, that the government has failed to pay their salaries and that has turned them to corporate beggars. The government should please pay the road traffic officials. Thanks, Pastor Wisdom Anosike from Obazu Mberi. This is another very worrisome one where people who purportedly are supposed to be government workers have not turned to beggars in the street. You cannot pass any branch where they are supposed to control traffic without them following the car looking for a guy find something. And this has become like a norm. It's very worrisome. Another ugly incident is that these people who are genuine, poor, wretched women, some of them are having a little bit of mental health. Some are not having any mental issues. They just sleep under the bridge. If you watch, every year they are always pregnant. Who they give them belly? There's one particular one I know. Every year she's pregnant. She will give birth. The next few months, she's pregnant again. I don't know how fertile that woman is. One fair woman that has BS. She's always walking around. I don't know if she's married. I heard she was okay. All of a sudden, she became mentally derailed. And then she's always giving birth to children. She's always pregnant. When she gives birth, the children, who takes them? Government needs to intervene in all these things. That woman is not, is she a modern slave or what? Or a baby-making factory for people? These are all issues. We need to treat them. Government cannot be overlooking these things. We'll carry heaven and earth, say you want to build this, want to build that. Why the humans are suffering this kind of atrocities? It is completely wrong. We need to call up the government to do something about this. All right, let's get more calls. Good morning. I greet you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome aboard.
Somewhere from Nazareth.
All right.
Pardon. You see, there was a day I was going to Onitsha Road at that warehouse junction. I don't know if it is Commissioner for Women Affairs and whatever that were running around with their buses, pursuing these beggars. There was this man, he was claiming to be blind. One dark man with a young boy leading him. Immediately, this man saw that these people had come to apprehend him. He left the boy and ran. As he was running, he was looking back. Do you call that one blind man?
At all.
But he was pretending to be blind and was collecting money from motorists and the people on the road. Then the other one is this St. Paul's Catholic Church in front there. My brother, I hope that road is named after the government.
Yeah, also Opus-Adema Road now. No be Douglas again.
And number one, that road is not okay. That road is not good. He refused to do it. This is he's at the last lap of his leadership. He has refused to walk the road and the naming is his name. Then the nuisance that is being created in that road, he is not careful with his government to take care of that road.
Yeah.
So, and then the church people, those people that are head of the church in that St. Paul's Catholic Church, I don't know what they think when they are entering and coming out of that church with that thing. Very.
Well, what is the church going to do? Is it going to go and chase them away?
My brother, the church is part of government.
Yeah?
Yes, the church is part of government. If the government refuses to do well, the church should do well so that the government will emulate them.
And don't forget that the church welcomes everybody. The poor, the young, the old, the ugly.
You create nuisance in front of your church. You allow nuisance. There's nothing that does not go around that in place where those people gather. They plan robbery there. They plan any kind of attack to human being there. So if the church is concerned, they should be able to collaborate with the government and take care of that nuisance.
All right. Thank you very much, Agami. Thank you for your call.
Send me each time I pass that place and see such a thing, please.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Jaleed Egbo says I quite disagree with Chief Bright Ago's view. Jesus said you will always have the poor and not beggars. That is John 12, chapter 12, verse 6. All right. We have Anufroyun and Chubiko says a betalicious morning to you, my golden voice in the studio. Let's call a spade a spade. Begging, it says, begging is not our tradition in Igbo land. The authorities should do the needful to avoid akoko mamangozi na ndi yard. Kachineke mezoku. All right, thank you very much. They say what goes around surely comes around. Please help me send this message to the governor of Anambra State and his house members. Kachineke mezoku. What goes around comes around. Oh yeah, Governor Soludo, I don't tell you. Good morning.
Good morning, Barkatman.
I greet you.
There are Samuel Owunezi from Rosary Shikedru.
Okay.
Yes. According to the scripture, the scripture said that is more blessed to give than the one that taketh.
Yes.
Blessed is the one that giveth than the one that taketh. So, but we have original beggars and the fake beggars. Those who are in need, through some people are false ones. So we have to be careful when giving.
All right.
And again, some of the beggars are lazy people. They don't need to go and walk, but they want to collect money on the road. They're supposed to go inside the farm and farm, and the government also should provide farm for them. Arrest all of them, let them go inside the farm and farm, so that they do not cause a problem on the road.
All right. Thank you very much. Our time is no longer our friend now. Thank you. You are my last caller for today. What we need to see when I look at these children in the streets is so harmful, so worrisome. In the scorching sun, under the rain, they're there. These young ones, I'm not worried about the elderly ones. They have lived their life. They made their choice. These small boys and girls, they have no choice. They are brought here either by parents or people who are syndicates taking people's children. Imagine, Mike, catch you, carry my Pekin side, keep up for your house, can and go the back. Your head go turn to Tebetani's that day. It's as simple as that. But then at the end of the day, it is completely wrong. And the government cannot continue to keep just put a blind eye to this. You need to do something. Over is being littered with beggars everywhere. Even places that normally we don't see them, now they are there. Cherubim Junction, that we usually know that we don't have beggars now. Go there and see what is happening. So everybody, please, it's not one man's job, it's everybody's job. Well, it's time for me to leave now. Thank you all for being part of the program. I hope that we've raised the consciousness of the government and the people to these ugly menace, and we do hope that something is done about this. My name is Barry Cosmos, and this is where I'll be leaving you this very beautiful midweek for the Slim Diva. Slim Diva, which medicine you get for them today? Check my Jesus. No go there. People go slap you. Because now that's when I become medicine where people they use now. All right, we're gonna leave with another one discuss Shakpa with the Slim Diva on Health Revolution. Bye bye. Shakpa.